taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting a big touchdown.
Oh, it's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get there.
To throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Fagnano. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. UConn quick to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
On 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He makes the connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready. ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll let it go down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand, that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
After misfiring, it's second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Pirates headed quickly to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Back to pass, it's Hauser. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the D to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make...
Touchdown, Pirates! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UConn going back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute.
He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. To throw, it's Fagnano. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, ECU! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that big six.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The UConn offense goes back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only... You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out now.
The expressway is wide open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Bell.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, East Carolina 20, UConn got it.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Fagnano. Got his man in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Husky.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
20, UConn 14.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The offense starts with a short field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hansen. At the 20, he's got space. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Timeout, East Carolina.
A new set of downs after the completion. Quick handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air. It's Fagnano. He's right on target. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Huskies! And welcome to the offensive showcase, my friend.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
To the air, it's Hauser. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it.
Dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Back to the air one more time. Quarterback extends the play. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And the Listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21.
And he's going to bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. UConn going back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Fagnano. Fires into traffic, picked off. Touchdown, East Carolina. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UConn offense goes back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
UConn will have to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Gets it out quickly. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Pirates racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Finds his man. It's right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. UConn going back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Fagnano. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Pulls it in. It's Sheffield. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out. Great effort by the receiver.
This UConn offense really has it going. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Off play action on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw it again. Caught. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Huskies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Fagnano. Setting up the screen. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UConn. Man, the finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And he added the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Got him downfield. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Pirates. And they take it in for 6 more points. did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The UConn offense goes back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, it's Fagnano. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping. Take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
Gets open down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Bringing it back. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, East Carolina 48.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Number 28, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's right. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good.
What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UConn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
36.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. To the air, it's Hauser. He finds his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's right. Turns it on in midfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. The 20. Touchdown, Huskies. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score East Carolina 48, UConn 43.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's right. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Right down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback moving. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. Firing to the right, complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. UConn quick to the line.
And that's good enough for first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sheffield. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He wants to throw it again. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker is Porter. Touchdown, Husky! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's right. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Dropping back, it's Hauser. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up.
Second down.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
UConn going back to work on offense. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. quick tempo here for the offense.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. It made me want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On the run, it's Edwards. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Going for the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Kelly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Using his legs, it's Harris.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're getting it to your back in the passing game to the perimeter. You're just hoping he can make a guy miss and use his athleticism and speed, but a way better job tackling that time defensively, now setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Harper. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore. but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
UConn quick to the line.
For the offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
East Carolina, 54.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
It leads to second down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. On the run, it's Edwards. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might as well give it to him again. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, UConn 56, East Carolina 54.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle at Sheffield. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. UConn quick to the line. On fourth and bleed the clock. And it's picked off. That's the turnover.
Clock, try to win? No, sir. Bar ball, first down.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. David.
Say very often, you don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Bringing it back, it's Harper. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. UConn going back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Huskies moving quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Looking downfield, it's Fagnano. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
I like the play call offensively. I know they lost yards on that one, but you want to try to get this running back the ball in different ways, right? Handing it off, getting him out in the route tree, trying to sneak in some screen passes too.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman is getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, East Carolina.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Goes back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. UConn quick to the line. Scanning the field, it's Fagnano. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Snap in the shotgun. Fires the pass. Intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense got him at the 27.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Field goal is good.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Never thought about taking a knee. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UConn going back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Ball's out. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. It's caught, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Moves around to clear up the vision. And down he goes back at the 3. 4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Dropping back, it's Hauser. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Pirates.
And that is why you never quit on a play. 4th down by the goal line. It looked like the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, but he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give in to the defense. He just dug deep down inside himself and found a way to score that TD. That was impressive.
East Carolina.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UConn offense goes back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Working that left side. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Now on 1st down from the 30. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Dropping back, it's Hauser. They're working that left side. Touchdown, ECU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And he missed it again. This is not his best work. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
take over. 1st and 10.
UConn going back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy.
Exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.